Hey guys, my name is Matimio, and today we have learned some very interesting new details about Battlefield 4's upcoming DLCs. There was a list posted on the PlayStation Network that outlines some trophies and assignments that you can unlock for the China Rising DLC, and it kind of gave us some insight as to what we can kind of expect. And so the first thing that kind of took me by surprise is that it looks like Air Superiority is making a return. And the reason why this is a little baffling to me is that it wasn't very successful in Battlefield 3. I don't think it was implemented very well, but if it's the same thing that they did with the previous game, I don't have high hopes for it. It was basically just a team deathmatch for jets to kind of fly around in. It was a wide open field, or all of the maps were just wide open. There wasn't anything to hide behind. And so it was lock-on city. It didn't matter how good of a jet pilot you were. Once you blew through your countermeasures, that was it. You were pretty much dead from the 5 other pilots that were there. And so my hope is that they changed some things, and probably the thing that they really need to do most is to just have some more obstacles on the map. Maybe like some tall buildings. We've already seen that with like Dawnbreaker in Battlefield 4. Maybe have some more elevation changes, large valleys, some large mountainsides, or just some sort of obstacle that you can use to block line of sight or to kind of veer around in the jet, so that if you are skillful in them, you can avoid the lock on, and then you can actually have an enjoyable gameplay experience. And so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that that is the direction that the game mode is going to be heading down. But if not, I don't have very high hopes. The next thing we've learned is that the dirt bike is making a return. This was introduced in Battlefield 3's Endgame DLC, and while I don't think that they're gonna have the same theme as Endgame, where there were a lot of jumps that you could go off, they literally put in ramps that you could launch off with the dirt bike, I'm glad that this is getting added back in. I love the speed of this vehicle, I like driving it, I like just being the gunner on the back. It was an awesome vehicle, and I'm glad to see that it's making a return. The assignment list also hints at a new gadget being added into the game called the SUAV. This will be a smaller handheld UAV that you can kind of toss up into the air, and then it will circle around where you tossed it, and I'm assuming that it's going to act as a motion sensor, kind of like the tugs works right now in Battlefield 4. And so now my question is, why would you want to use the tugs over this new gadget? If the radius is the same amount, if it pops people up on the minimap, why would you want to use the tugs? Because in my opinion, one of the weaknesses of the current gadget is that it can be easily disposed of by the enemy. They can kind of walk up, any infantry unit can walk on over, shoot this with a couple of bullets, and it's going to be destroyed. The SUV, on the other hand, they have to look up into the sky, and if it's a moving target, and if it's pretty high up there, it sounds like it's going to be a little bit more challenging to drop it. And so I'm interested to see how that dynamic between the tugs and the SUAV is going to work, and which one kind of rises to the top, or when you want to use one over the other. But at least from the description and kind of what people are assuming is going to be the case, it sounds like the SUAV is going to be a very popular pick. The list also has a trophy for getting a kill with something called a bomber, and people aren't really sure what this is. It could be a new gadget, a new vehicle, maybe it's a new stationary control station, kind of like something that they had back in the Bad Company series. People are speculating, but there really isn't any information here. And so while it sounds very cool, it's gonna kind of have to be something that we're gonna wait on. But yeah, that was about all the new information, at least for the China Rising expansion pack. But we've also learned some small new things about the second Assault DLC. And the first thing that I know many of you are going to be thrilled about is that there are going to be 5 new weapons. Everyone loves new weapons, it's like Christmas, and so that's going to be great. Now there's also going to be new vehicles, 10 new assignments, and also the return of Capture the Flag. It's not my favorite game mode, but I know people love it. It makes for some fun moments, especially when you're working with a squad or your team is really working together. You can have some amazing gameplay, and so that apparently is going to be making a return for the second Assault expansion. But yeah, so those are all the new details that we've learned today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about all this stuff. Are you excited about the return of Air Superiority? Are you a little hesitant like I am? Let me know down below in the comment section. But until tomorrow, have a good one and take it easy.